Alright, and actually the update dropped today, and we have, besides all the new dual pass and everything, we have a new solo mode. So new gates added to the solo mode. New gates have been added to solo mode, okay. With a new archetype loner deck in hand, take your dueling experience to another level by uncovering the hidden stories within the cards at the new gates. They know how to word it. The Herald's Guidance, so that's gonna be the new gate. We'll read it in the solo mode because we actually have an exclamation mark right here. And we, by the way, also just as a small heads up, I just played some ranked duels, so we have these completed, but we have a mission duel in solo mode 3 times. So if anything, we'll at least complete that. It's 40 gems now. It has been increased a little bit, just doubled, but it wasn't much to begin with, so double is not that much still. But okay, so solo mode. Let us see. So we had completed everything already, obviously, so that's not a problem. And the special deck challenge is still at the end, so that's still the last one. I guess that's there because it's not really following any story or something. It's just random throwback battles, duels. So the new one is the Herald's Guidance. Heralds deploy effects from both the hand and the field with the ability to deter the opponent's actions. They light the way to an ordained destination. Okay, that's really cool, because as you might or might not know, I actually used the Dirty Triton deck for getting us all the way to Platinum 1. So that way we actually have more gems, and as you've also seen if you've seen the last episode, in which we used the gems to actually get to the Inferno deck. How that went on the pack opening you can see there, but yeah, we spent more 10,000 gems, I think, even more than 10,000 gems. So yeah, again, go watch that episode if you haven't seen it, but that's at least what we spent. So let's get into this solo mode. We have a scenario at first, and apparently there's some clear rewards, but alright, let's see what this is about. I really love that they actually have a story mode again. The SP deck challenge was fun, but this is really, I'm a sucker for this, for the story mode in general. The Herald's Guidance, let's go. The rule of the gods had ended, and humans had ruled the earth for many ages. Though many gods had fled, many people continued to believe that the gods watched over the world, even as their visages changed. Visages? In a remote domain on a distant continent, gods had long been worshipped by people living there. It was a god that spread its wings. This is Herald of Ultimateness, by the way. And emitted a blinding light from their entire body. The Herald, or maybe all Heralds look like this. Among those living there, a few have seen or have even heard the voice of the Herald. The Herald? Interesting. Okay, yeah. I think all Heralds look alike at least. Though their depictions differed, they insisted that they'd seen the Herald. That sounds so cool. The atmosphere about it and its afterglow was precisely that of an angel. They'd pictured in their minds, they told. Nice. These are all the hand trap monsters. One negates monster effects, spell effects, one trap effects. I am not sure about the others. And according to those who had heard its voice, it hadn't actually made a sound. Okay, so it doesn't make a sound. The meaning of the words came not through their ears, but directly into their minds, they told. And when they asked they had seen or heard the Herald, if they had seen or heard the Herald, their replies were eerily consistent. Okay. It was always in moments of confession that it appeared. All assert they fainted soon after, but awoke with a comforting feeling of forgiveness throughout their bodies. Some find it hard to believe these people's stories. Nonetheless, the Herald is worshipped by many people. Okay, it's indeed some kind of god. Very interesting to hear. I love the lore that they created around this, around the monsters. Practice. Okay, so first we'll find out what the deck is like. Loner deck doesn't really matter to check it out. Okay, so there are some standard staples in it. I guess so be it, but I guess mainly Herald cards, Ritual Summon cards. Honest is in there. But we won't see all of these cards, not yet at least, because during the practice we will just be given them. Let's see how many cards. Just a handful, which is actually not a handful in this game, because handful would be 5 in this game, but it's 4. Yeah, okay, so it's 4 this time. It's nearly handful. Okay, so there are what makes a Herald deck unique? There are many Herald monsters that allow you to negate an opponent's effect by sending a fairy type monster from your hand to the graveyard. Although this is very powerful, take care to use it in moderation, as it can burn through your hand very quickly. Yeah, it is best to use them to only negate effects that will land you in difficult positions. Focus your strategies around Herald of Ultimateness and Herald of Perfection, cards that can negate many different types of effects. Okay, yeah, so basically, this is the entire thing that's wrong with the Drytron deck. Like, Herald of Ultimateness is so easy to get in there, and as you can see, like, they made it a downside, like, they made it the cost heavy, somewhat heavy at least, somewhat costly, I guess, to send one fairy type monster from your hand to the graveyard. That is not always achievable, definitely not in every deck. Like, in the Herald deck, that's gonna be difficult. It's a trade-off. Do you negate its effect, or do you want to keep the monster in the hand to actually do some next plays during the next turn or whatever, just to keep the monster in the hand, right? It's a trade-off that you have to make. But in the Drytron deck, it's really not that case. You play Eva, for example. If you send that to the graveyard, you get 2 more fairy monsters to the graveyard. You have Benten. Benten recycles fairy monsters in your graveyard very easily. Yeah, so it's incredibly easy. That's completely what's wrong with it. So that's why play pure Yu-Gi-Oh! Then you makes so much. It's so much more logic. Brings so much more logic to the game. Ritual summon Herald of Ultimateness. Play pure Yu-Gi-Oh! Then you include like only the Herald cards, which apparently they intended. I just want to state that like, once again, like with all these stories, they make clear, right, that they state that they want to include like only one archetype in every deck, or at least stick as most to your archetype as you can. Okay, that rant aside, ritual summon Herald of Ultimateness. Let's do that. Oracle of Herald. This card is used to ritual summon Herald of Ultimateness. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equals 12 or more. Wow, 12, yeah. That's why it's so difficult to get out. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. Ah, that's pretty cool. So if you have 2 of them in the hand, then yeah, you will just tribute 1 for the other. That's pretty cool. In attack, okay, they want this. Oh yeah, because their opponent conveniently has 2,000 life points. Herald of Ultimateness can put a stop to special summons and negate the activation of various cards. Yeah, that's true. End your turn. Okay, this was the first turn apparently. And we have a fairy monster in the hand, so we can only imagine that we can negate one of its cards. Oh, he also plays Herald cards. Negate the spell card your opponent activated! Exclamation mark. Okay. Negate the spell card your opponent activated. Sure, we will. Oh boy, if we haven't seen this animation enough yet. I think people will find this this solo mode really funny because yeah, it's such a hated deck, I guess. Okay, Archlord, Christia. We are not supposed to do anything with this, right? Attack your opponent's life points directly. Yeah, we will just go to the battle phase. And this is exactly 4 monsters in your graveyard, 4 fairy monsters battle. Okay, let's go. Victory! Awesome. Okay, nice. Let's see what the actual duel is like. So now we know a little bit what the deck is like, but I hope that they actually include. Let's see. No, they only put Orange Light in there. I hope that they would put the other ones in there as well. Okay, when this card's normal summon, you can target one level 1 light monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. That's not useful. Oh, they did include Eva, by the way. Just no Benten. And yeah, also the Drytron ritual card is super overpowered as well. Yeah. Archlord Christia. Christia, I guess. You have exactly 4 fairy monsters in your graveyard, so decent. They did not include 3 of this. Let's see. So we have a Pot of Extravagance because you don't use the extra deck, but yeah, it's a general card. This can be included in many decks. It doesn't have to do anything with the deck, I feel. But Ritual Sanctuary. You can discard 1 spell, add 1 light ritual monster or 1 ritual spell from your deck to your hand. Wow, that's a harsh cost though. Discard 1 spell. Okay, you can shuffle any number of spells from your graveyard into the deck, then target 1 light fairy monster in your graveyard. Yeah, whose levels equals the number of cards you shuffled into the deck. Special summon it. Okay, if you want to special summon it, it had to be properly summoned before. That's the case with the ritual monster, so that's an important thing to note. But it's the field spell apparently. Okay. Then we have the ritual spell, another ritual spell, and another ritual spell. Very interesting. And Solemn Strike 3 times. Come on. Yeah, because we. Yeah. Okay. I guess. Wait, I didn't check the extra deck. I'm sorry. Namely, 3 times Herald of Arclight. Nice. That's good. And we will also use Herald of Mirage Light, and I guess that's it. Like, oh no, also the XOC monster. And I just don't want to use the other monsters. They're not at all related to... Oh, maybe the Charmer? Yeah, the Charmer, perhaps. The Charmer could be played. All the other cards are just random cards. Appaloosa, Blacklist, BLS, Knightmare monsters. Alki Vibrex, Linkaribo. They're just all random monsters. They don't really belong in the deck, I feel. I'm by the way a little bit I have a cold, so my bad if my voice is like I'm talking through my nose or something. I'll try to keep it at a minimum. Alright, so first, alright, so we actually drew Eva, Herald of the Orange Light, which is good because we can discard send discard and one other fairy monster, doesn't matter which fairy monster. But other than that, we don't really have good cards, unfortunately. Terraforming, let's just, I guess, oh, he has a spell card negation, yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, and we can negate his monster effects. I am not sure if it's worth it, honestly. No, yeah, it is. No, it isn't. Because this requires to add the same number of level 2 or lower light fairy monsters with different names from a deck to your hand, yeah. Yeah, no, we're not gonna negate that, I think. But what else do we do? Like, we don't have another play or anything. We have this. Okay, no, let's not negate it. Okay, during your main phase, you can return this face-up card from your field to the hand. During the damage step, when a light monster, you can, yeah. Monster gains attack equal to the attack of the opponent monster it battles. It is battling until the end of this turn. So I guess we could do something like that. But yeah, like none of these monsters are actually really useful. Let's just do this. Oh, we have it. Oh yeah, that's the big monster. Linkaribo. Yeah, I guess we can destroy one of his monsters, honest with it. If he doesn't get the... Okay, so what does he have? The Sanctuary in the Sky. Battle damage to the controller of a fairy monster from a battle involving that monster becomes 0. So, it's for both of us. Okay, Raigeki, that doesn't help us at all. Unfortunately. I guess we could do something like this. But no, when a monster would be special summoned, or when a spell trap card is activated. Or monster effects activated, it's anything. It's not a warning, of course. Oh, that's such a pity. Okay, so be it. Battle, attack. Main phase 2. End phase. Yeah, that's it. That really is it. It's a little sad. We would have loved to draw a fairy monster instead. But if this guy doesn't do anything either, then... Oh, okay, we can discard you. Can we? Normally, in the Drytron deck, obviously, you can discard it to the graveyard, because the Drytron, the ritual spell card actually special summons from the ritual summons from the graveyard as well. So, I guess battle. I don't see anything else. So, end phase. Okay, well. Hold up. How did he take 2000 damage? What am I missing? Solemn Strike, okay. Did he... Oh, wait, yeah, here. He paid 2005 points, yeah, of course. No, not yet. We could summon this. It does 300, has 300 attack, but likely you want to keep this in your hand, so... I don't think that's the way to do it. Battle, I guess. Attack. And some strike. Okay, yeah, end phase. I still think it would be a really cool addition to actually give us a small side deck in this game. Like, of course, only cards that are... no, yeah, he's gonna destroy our monster. Obviously, we're gonna activate that. Banish you, yep. Oh, what? When a spell trap card or monster effect is activated while the Sanctuary is on the field, negate the activation, make it do destroy it. Oh! Okay, that's pretty cool. Sanctuary in the Sky. That's pretty cool. Okay, nice. That's actually not too bad. You can discard this card to the graveyard, add 1 the Sanctuary in the Sky from your deck to your hand. That's... I never heard of the deck, but apparently it's Herald of Heaven, so it's also some Herald cards. I guess, that seems pretty good. Banish 6 cards. No, no, not again. What? He has 2 of the negate cards. Wow, that's really good, honestly. It negates everything as well. Okay. Yeah, the only we could do Raigeki, but let's wait a turn. We're not dead this turn anyway. Not yet, I hope. Yes, Eva as well. And he does have 2 fairy monsters in the graveyard. So, ooh, this is gonna be interesting. Please, ritual spell. Oh, Herald of the Fine. Of the Herald. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Let's do that. Let's send to the graveyard Herald of Arclight. No thanks. Ooh, Guiding Light. Oh yeah, I just read this earlier. Let's send you to the graveyard. What do these guys do? Okay, material. Wait. You can attach 1 extra C material from this card and target 1 monster in your graveyard. Add it to your hand. Then shuffle 1 card from your hand into the deck. Ah, the shuffle into your deck is a pity. Okay, Herald. When a spell, trap card, or spell or trap card or effects activate a quick effect, you can send 1 fairy monster from your hand to the graveyard. Negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. If this card in your possession is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card, you can add up to 2 ritual monsters and/or ritual spells with different names from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn. Ah, that's a pretty cool monster. But let's send you to the graveyard. They don't have an effect when they're sent to the graveyard, apparently. So, yep, we activate you. Because you actually have, by the way, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 ritual monster or 1 ritual spell from your deck to your hand. And I think a ritual spell will be... Wait. This is level 8. We need level 12. Oh my god. Hold up. Okay, so wait, let's have a read of all these ritual spells. I think that's important. This card is used to ritual summon Herald of Perfection, so you cannot ritual summon anything else with this. You must also tribute monster from your hand or field whose total level equal exactly 6. Okay, when Herald of Perfection is ritual summoned by this card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Then target one monster in your graveyard that was tributed for the ritual summon. Return the target to your hand. Okay, not bad. This card is used to ritual summon Herald of Ultimatus. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or feud whose total levels equal 12. Yeah, okay. Equal 12 or more. Okay, that's good, because this is now level 6. That's good to know. This is level 8, so then we have level 14. Okay. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. That's not too useful, but sure. This card can be used to ritual summon any light ritual monster. You must also tribute monster from your hand or field whose total level equal exactly the ritual monster. Yeah, but this is just a generic ritual spell card. Or apparently for light monsters, but yeah, sure. Okay, so I guess we get add this to the hand, right? So what he could do is add 2 monsters to the hand once Eva is sent to the graveyard. So the thing that we'd like to do is, I guess do this first. Yep, send you and you. You have to send both, unfortunately. Then we only have 1 ritual monster left in the hand. Fairy monster, sorry, left in the hand. Optional effect. Wait, what? You can send 1. Yeah, if this card is tributed, you can special summon 1 level 2 light from your hand or deck. Except, how did I never know this? I never knew this, because you cannot tribute this monster in the Decatron deck. You have to tribute machine monsters. Very interesting. Machine monsters or ritual monsters, by the way. Okay, so we special summon. None of these are good, but Eva might be likely the best option. In attack, I think so, because we're gonna use Raigeki. I'm just not too sure whether we want to negate Eva or something else that he has in his hand. Yeah, let's... No, let's not negate Eva. Oh man, I'm not sure. Okay, banished. Yeah, that's fine. Do we... Oh, we can activate you. Negate the summoner activation. Monster respawn or a monster effect activated. Yes, we activate you. I completely forgot. Because the thing is, he can add the negate monsters to his hand, like this Herald of Orange Light and the other lights, green light and blue light, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, nice battle. And attack. And Eva attack. Eva did like so much damage this battle. 2000 already? Yeah, she did. End phase. Main phase 2. Are we forgetting anything? We are not. We actually have a negate in the hand for Herald of Ultimateness, so if anything, I think we're good. I'm curious what our opponent... Okay, a set. Okay, very interesting. And draw... Manju, not bad. Really not bad. Okay, and we add to the hand. It's not useful right now because we need 2 things, but sure. Let's add... I guess you, just to have a fairy monster in the hand for any negate, right? It's gonna be... Okay, let's... We have to save your attack. Basically, if we attack with Herald right now, then we have 1900 left, which is not enough to kill him. So let's hope that he has lower than... Yes, he does. Okay. Then I think you are done there, Sir Herald of the Heavens. Alright, nice. Honestly, I think that's a pretty cool introduction to the Herald cards. Whereas... Yeah, okay, sure. Because like if you're not completely familiar with the cards, and I think that's a pretty good introduction. Herald of Green Light, we got this. When your opponent activates a spell card, quick effect, you can send this card and 1 other fairy monster from your hand to the graveyard, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Okay, and then click OK. Okay, so we also play this with my deck, right? And we were playing with the Phantasm Spiral deck last time. Only in the last episode of this, I think it's a series or playlist, whatever, on YouTube, we actually built the Infranoid deck, so at least you can see it here. It's far from finished. We actually missed some cards. We crafted 2 of the Void Vanishment, but we didn't pull a 3rd one. Maybe wait, hold up. We didn't pull a single one of the Void Vanishment. We pulled like multiple of the other cards, which we didn't need. Not necessarily 3 of, and we even pulled more than 3 of the other cards. So incredible bad luck. But still, we didn't draw pull 3 of the Void Vanishment. Not a single one actually. We crafted both of these, so unfortunately we have to spend our crafting points on it. But yeah, so this is the deck right now, and it needs a lot of testing. Still needs a lot of testing. So the thing I was thinking about is, yeah, it would be cool to play against the computer with this deck. And I think that's what we're gonna do. Like, we've been playing with the Phantasm Spiral deck for quite a bit, right? Oh no, what? I was thinking too long. They didn't want it. Oh, deck selected. Perfect. Okay, it worked. Wait, hold up. Before we do this, oh, I click on play. Lol. I actually want to change up the deck sleeves and the deck. What is it? Deck case, card case, I guess. Right. So wait, let's actually surrender. And we're actually gonna find out whether the deck how it does, basically, because I'm not sure if it's even any good in the current shape how it is right now. So let's go to the decks. Yes. Let's give you change accessories. Give you a cool case. Perhaps this one. Yeah, sure. Protector. Black. Yeah, sure. Then I like this field, but I also like this field, so let's give you that field. I really like this mate space. I think for field parts, yeah, these just look pretty cool. But the mate space, I don't think I'm ever gonna not take the Ouija board. It's the Destiny board, but I really like it. Okay, let's change the 3 main cards as well. Just some slight customization. I think the best card's obviously gonna be Decatron, so let that be number 1. The second card is gonna be perhaps Deviati, and the third card, or maybe like this, and then Deviati. And Uncool is also pretty cool. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's do it like that. Okay, Infernoids. By the way, just I'm doing this in the solo mode playlist, but so be it. I feel like okay, so we have these cards. We don't have 3 of this. We don't have 3 of the Lair of Darkness. So Arima and Lair of Darkness we both only have 2 of, but we do have the Terraforming, so that hopefully will help. Then we have Simas. We likely don't want 3 of this, but cannot be normal summon set. Must be special summoned from your hand. Yeah. This actually has a pretty cool effect. And then we have you. You actually have your... Yeah, when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by attacking an opponent's monster. So I don't think this monster is that good. It's Piatti. It has a good effect. You can send one random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard, but it has to inflict battle damage by attacking an opponent's monster, and it only has 2200, so it's unfortunately not that good. Let's look at Infranoid. Let's look at what else we can include. We, by the way, also want to change out one of the big guys each for something better, eventually. Void Launch. During each of you can send up to 2 Inferno monsters from your deck to the graveyard. Okay. Let's try that. Each of your standby phase, you can target 1 Inferno. Yeah, this is also a pretty good card. Perhaps you want to do something like this. And maybe even take 1 Onoko out. Maybe something like this. Wait, no. Since we're testing anyway, I think we could include more cards than just the cards that we need. During your standby phase, you can special summon 1 Infernoid token to special summon an Infernoid monster using its own partition. You can banish Infernoid monsters you control instead of those in the graveyard, or any combination of both. But you don't control that many, and you only special summon 1 Infernoid token. Your opponent cannot target Infernoid monsters you control for attacks or with card effects, except Infernoid monsters you control with the highest level, either if tied. Could be good. Let's just include 1 of them, I guess. 1 is good enough. What is this? Eye of the Void. Special summon 1 Inferno monster from your hand, ignoring its summoning condition, but its effects are negated until the end of this turn. Okay. Feast. It's not that good, but sure. We already included you. Yeah, I think that's about it. We have also a Tondel, but its effects are: when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends to the grave, you can activate this effect. It can make a second attack in a row. So yeah, that's decent, but I guess perhaps this card could be pretty okay. And by the way, that's the thing I was mentioning. Like we could include more than 40 cards in the deck. Okay, so sorry for the little bit of deck building during the solo mode playthrough, but I think this will be interesting. Now you have at least an idea of what the deck looks like prior to us starting to play with it. I'll obviously try to explain every step I make with the deck. I've just built the deck in another server and I haven't played with it either, so it's gonna be completely new or first time play for me as well. My deck, and let's get into it. Okay, and apparently as the reward we get Herald of Pure Light, so perhaps we can even make a pure Herald deck. Honestly, that sounds fun to me, and way more balanced than the Decatron deck is. As it should be, of course, because it shouldn't be the case that you can just activate Herald of Ultimates over and over again. Okay, alright, so let's, this is gonna be, again, it's gonna be a little bit new for me as well. So, we have Void Imagination. Infernoid monsters you control whose original levels are 2 or higher become level 1, and all battle damage they inflict to your opponent is halved. You can send this card to the graveyard, fusion summon 1 Infernoid fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or your side of the field as fusion materials. Your opponent controls a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, and you do not. You can also use up to 6 monsters in your deck as fusion material. That's so good. That's so good. That's so good. Like the second effect is really good, but and this first is also pretty decent, but it halves all the battle damage that you do to your opponent. Okay, then we have this. Must be special summoned from your hand by banishing 1 Inferno monster you from your hand or graveyard. So that's basically how what the summoning conditions is for all the Inferno monsters. While the total levels and ranks of all effect monsters you control are level 8 or lower, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. So that's basically an important thing. You can never control more than 8 levels on the field, and that's why this Void Imagination is really good. It made all your monsters level 1. You can target one spell. Once per turn, you can target 1 spell trap card on the field, destroy it. So that's pretty good. This card cannot attack the turn this is activated. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, you contribute 1 monster. Target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it. So that's decent. Not against this deck, the Herald deck, I think. But okay, so he has the same activation requirements. It must be special summoned from the hand. The lower monsters should be special summoned from the hand, and the others may also be special summoned from the graveyard, in addition to the hand. Same effect, and he has once per turn, you can target 1 monster on the field, destroy it. So he targets 1 monster on the field and destroys it, and he targets 1 spell trap card on the field and destroys it. And then the last effect's like the same thing. You contribute 1 monster, then target 1 card to your opponent's graveyard, banish it. This is a quick effect. Okay, then we have Inferno Decatron. This is the starter of the deck. Foolish Burial is good because, again, you need monsters in your graveyard. And also these require to banish one Inferno monster from your hand or graveyard. Okay, if this card's normal summoned, you can send one Inferno monster from your deck to the graveyard, except Inferno Decatron. And if you do, increase this card's level by the level of the sent monster. And if you do that, this card's name becomes the monster's original name and replace this effect with the monster's original effect. So what I think you want to do is use this, summon this, then send to the graveyard one of the bigger guys. No! He negates the effects and destroys it. Oh man. Well, so much for those plays. Oh, that's actually a really good play by him. We can use Foolish Burial to get a monster to the graveyard. But I don't think it's going to be useful right now. We cannot attack this turn anyway, so let's just go to the end phase and see what he has left in his hand, because that did cost him quite some card advantage. He has Honest, and he has the Sanctuary in the sky. Okay, so he might have the Negate card as well. Ooh, he likely does. That is interesting. Okay, Inferno Decatron. Let's try it again. If he has the Negate card, then he will activate it. And yeah, if he does it, then so be it. Oh, okay, it's not... It doesn't die for Negate to summon it. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so then it's in the graveyard. Let's see. We can send to the graveyard one of the bigger guys, because the bigger guys actually have negate effects. Namely, must be special summoned. Yes, yes, yes. We control. That's all the same effects basically. Like must be this also by banishing monsters, but in this case you must banish 3 Inferno monsters, and he can be special summoned from a hand or graveyard because it's a bigger monster. This monster has that level 7, and level 10 monster also has that, so that's important. Okay. Banishing one, yes, yes. Monsters you control are level 8 or low. When this card is special summoned, you can destroy all spell and traps on the field except void cards. Once per turn, when another monster's effect is activated, you can tribute one monster, negate the activation if you do banish it. So that's pretty cool. Okay. What is the plan? I think we sent you to the graveyard. Do we want to destroy spell trap cards? Yeah, I think so. Let's do it. Okay. Nice. Then what we could do, we could get this monster on the field, like the bigger one. Only the negation won't be live because we won't have a monster on the field. Let's just do it. Regardless. Let's banish you, and you do target one monster on the field, destroy it, and you do one spell trap card on the field, destroy it. Yeah, spell trap card, sure. Okay, activate. It's gonna destroy all spell traps on the field. And then we go into battle. He has Honest? No! Are you kidding? Okay, it's a monster effect. And if we activate it then... But we have to tribute our own monster. You can tribute one monster, negate the activation if you do banish it. But yeah, then our attack won't happen. Oh man. Okay. Very well done. He had some perfect cards in his hand. Maybe it's 2. We can, next turn we can special summon this. No, we can do it right now. And we can then must turn target one monster on the field, destroy it. Let's do that. Let us do it. Yeah, we only have one inverted monster in the graveyard. We can banish it. Activate its effect. Destroy. Wow, that took some cards. He had really good cards in his hand, like for the plays that we were making apparently. Does he have? No, he doesn't have anything. Okay. You can tribute one monster, then target one card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it. Yeah, we don't have to do it. That's, by the way, why Lair of Darkness is really good in this deck, because it tributes your opponent's monsters if you can. Yeah, we don't have to activate that. Target one monster on the field, destroyed. Yeah, that's not useful right now. Battle and attack. Okay, 1600 damage. That's not bad. We have Void Imagination. Answer. So if our opponent has a monster from the extra deck, then yeah, we will use its effect, but right now there's no need to do that. A Nunku. Okay, so we're drawing the bigger monsters. It's not really useful right now. Battle and attack. I'm curious if how long it's gonna take before he draws a card that's useful to him. I'm also thinking we might play the return from a different dimension or something, that card. Let's see. Oh my god, I'm so happy that we drew this card. During your opponent's turn, you can tribute one monster. Then target one card of your opponent's graveyard, banish it. Because you can activate this. Then add Lair of Darkness. Yeah, that's completely fine. Okay. So I wanna, just for the sake of me trying to show off the plays, basically. Okay, I'll face up my once per turn. If you would tribute a monster control activate, you can tribute one dark monster your opponent control. Ooh, it's not gonna be dark, so we cannot tribute our opponent's monster. Only face up monsters. Even though you didn't control it. Once per turn during the end phase, special summon as many torment tokens. Okay. I wanted to show off the plays, but I don't think it's gonna work right now. So what we do is attack it. Yeah. And go to the main phase too. Then we can activate it, just in case. Oh, it became dark. You saw like the thing. That's pretty cool. Okay. Okay, he's not gonna summon a monster. That's a pity. Alright. Let's go. Into the void. Okay, not terrible. Let's activate it. Draw a card. Side to Mass. Do we want that? This card attacks an opponent's monster. This effect can be activated. At the end of the battle phase, banish one card on the field. So that's a non-target banished on the field. That's really good. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can tribute one monster. Then target one card in your opponent's graveyard banish. Yeah, let's just get this monster on the field. I think that's perfect. Void Imagination. Let's go. Chain the effect? No, thanks. Battle. Attack. Final blow. That's not final blow. Well, they tricked me. Why did I activate Void Imagination? We would have won this turn. Oh man, I'm sleeping. I activated that because during the end phase we would send everything to the graveyard. Ah, sorry, bad cough. Okay, let's see. Please summon a monster face up. Banish one from your hand, and if you do, draw. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Please summon a monster face up. Please. What? He has another one? Banish one light fairy monster from your hand, and if you do, draw two cards. That's really good. You can special summon or conduct your battle phases during your activate this card. Oh, face down monster again. Yeah, that's such a pity. We cannot use Lair of Darkness effects. All face of monsters on the field become dark. Once per turn, if you would tribute a monster you control to activate a card effect, which is gonna happen if you activate one of these cards' effects. You can tribute one dark monster your opponent controls instead. That's the bad part. Like, it has to be dark, and it's not dark. If it's face down, it doesn't even have an attribute, I believe. So, but you can imagine, if it's face up, it becomes dark, right? So you can just use your opponent's monster to tribute your opponent's monster, and then use your effect. Okay, yeah, so. Dun, dun. Terraforming, pretty cool. Battle. No, you are kidding me. Oh man. Okay, let's tribute you. Oh man. Why is the activate button so close to the... It really doesn't even matter what we banish here. You. Attack. Oh, what else? No, he has Eva as well. Oh no. Herald. I mean, okay, sure. Maybe still. Yeah, then you can banish a card. That's really nice, but like we can non-target banish a card on the field, but we don't want to do that. Our opponent doesn't even have a card right now. Okay, so we get a torment token at least because of Lair of Darkness. Okay, that was his normal summon. Yeah, we will definitely activate that effect right now. No, not right now. Okay, then we activate it. Yeah. We tribute you. Okay, we used the Lair of Darkness and we tribute our opponent's monster, and then we just banish one monster from graveyard. Let's just banish that. Doesn't really matter what we banish, but the main thing is that we tribute our opponent's monster. You can imagine that in some decks it matters, but not in this one. Okay, and now you can see. Oh man, now you can see we can actually. This, by the way, also a really good effect. You can target one set card on the field, shuffle it into the deck. That's so good, right? You can imagine, but he doesn't have set cards. But we can get rid of his monsters, namely which is namely done by just using Lair of Darkness' effect to tribute his monster and banish one card from his graveyard. Like, it doesn't really matter which card. Alright, now actually I'm glad that I didn't finish him with that blow, with the 2 attacks that I could have done if I didn't place down Void Imagination. But now that we did, we actually saw some more plays and actually could show off what the Lair of Darkness in combination with the Infranoid monsters can do. Better. We could have also gotten this monster out, but it's not really useful. It has 0 attack and defense. So. Alright, Herald of Heavens, you succumbed to the Inferno deck. So nice, that's really really good. Honestly, I'm glad that we got to show off the Inferno deck a little bit. It was my first time actually playing with it as well. And we got Herald of Pure Light, so that's the XYZ monster for the Herald archetype. And then we end with the goal. Let's see what it is. Play. Okay, so we get some orbs. Wow, this is a really enlarged picture of Definer. That's really cool. She looks really cool. Okay, let's see what happened to the Heralds. In the frontier, the Herald is enshrined in a temple. As for when this temple was constructed, nobody knows. It is old but well maintained, and has a sacred, solemn atmosphere about it. However, depending on who you ask, that structure may have an unusual aura about it. It appears not to have been built as a place of worship, but to contain something, merely covered up as a shrine. The central part is hidden, and it is said that there are gods' statues inside. Very interesting. And into that sinner sanctum, only a select few priests or diviners are allowed. Herald of Diviner, nice. The Diviner of Herald, I'm sorry, the other way around. The person who receives the oracle from the Herald. She claims that from a certain age she began to hear the voice. After many trials and tests, a priest determined that the voice she heard belonged to the Herald. This diviner is not one who commands to the people. Her role is to correctly decipher the oracles for people and protecting them from natural disasters. Her resolute power and connection with people had helped pass along to future generations her role of diviner. And one girl will continue as the new diviner to connect people with the gods. Amazing. I love the story. I love the backstory. Alright, complete. And we got some earth orbs, I guess. Gate clear. And we opened the miraculous event. Okay, nice. I guess this is now also a way. No, we don't have to go to the store. Yeah, let's just so. If you want to buy the Herald cards, and which is common, of course, if you want to build a Tritron deck, then you will want to open this this pack. Because you want him, you want her, you want him, and what else? Preparation of Rites, really good. I guess that's about it. Like, maybe you'll want Manju. It's not played in the Tritron deck, but oh, by the way, Herald of Orange Light is a really good one. Of course. Perhaps, by the way, also the green one. But why isn't that in here? Why is not the green Herald of Green Light in here? Or is it just not shown? Is this only the top cards or something? No, it isn't. Like the green and blue light, I think those are really good as well. Like the green light is actually, it stops the spell card. So that's really good. But yeah, so this is actually now an interesting way to get to this, what is it? The pack, basically. So that's really cool. Okay, nice. And that will be the end of this episode. In the next episode, we will be taking on the side path of the Herald solo mode, where they usually like to mix up decks. So I'm curious to see what that's about. And I hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.